Yo guys, what is going on? It's Tyrant LEIVR back for another video. Today we're going to be doing an in-depth analysis on Sainte Marie Du Mont. Now, unlike the first two episodes of this series, this one's going to be a little bit different in that I'm not just going to be going over one map. I actually have about 16 different scenarios from 3 different maps that I played recently. So, the first 2 maps that I'm going to show are going to be against the same player because I got Sainte Marie Du Mont on both map 2 and 3. And then the third map is going to be a less experienced player, so I can kind of show me rushing around a little bit more, doing a little bit different things. And, yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it with map 2. This was map 2. I beat him first map. I beat this guy first map. This was map 2. Against a pretty experienced player. I think he was 6-0 when I played him, maybe 6-1. Not really sure. So, first things first, we're going to start off. I like to come mid-street or mid-building on offense and push up into his building. Now, you're going to notice I'm already down 0-3 here. I cut the first few rounds because pretty much I just lost gunfights. It wasn't really strategy that I was losing. It was straight gunfights. So, cut out the first 3 rounds. Going to push into his mid-building. I know at this point that this guy, he always comes. Here's his spawn. Here's my spawn. He always comes into here and throws a nade right here. He always nades back B on his defenses. So I know he's over here somewhere at the beginning of every defense. And when you pick up on somebody's habit like that, you can kind of use it against them. So what I decided to do once I realized he had this habit is I rushed into mid here. And now I'm going to try and do a quick flank on him. So I can either cut him off coming back towards mid building or A, or I can actually come flank behind him at B. So that's the goal with this round here. I'm just trying to get behind this guy because I recognize this habit, which is nading back B, and now I can use that against him. So I'm going to wait here because he could be coming back towards me, but because I don't see him, I'm actually going to push. I figured that he probably pushed B. And I come in here. Okay, now at this point, I don't see him on B site anywhere. I didn't see him up in the window. So the chances of him actually pushing through B site are pretty low. So more than likely, he came in here and went top windows. So I'm going to try and get up behind him here, top windows. I kind of fail my jump here, which almost screws me because right as I come up into top windows, he's actually coming back to check B bomb. So, fortunately though, I was able to win the gunfight, and so this is an example where someone's habit, where they like to do the same thing over and over, can come back to haunt them because I can exploit that. So, let's go on to this next round. I'm going to push towards B here, and one thing I like to do is I always wait for this nade because a lot of people throw nades right here. Throw a nade over right here, so if you're rushing in, you get naded. Even if you have hunker on, you're going to be one shot and they can get a shot off on you or whatever. So I just sit behind this wall here, wait for any nades. He's not going to throw anything, so I slowly come in and check. You're going to see I shoulder peek onto the statue, shoulder peek top, just to make sure. Now, I'm just going to sit here and pretty much wait for this guy to plant B. From here, I can sound. I'm sitting right here. I can sound more if he plants B bomb, and I can easily run around and kill him. And I think I'm going to show that to you on the next round I show. But pretty much, I can just hear the bomb. And if he's in the window, he can't really see me. He has to jump down and come towards this way a little bit. So I'm pretty safe from this way. More than likely, he'll jump down, just go to bomb, or he'll come from this way to go to bomb. So really, if you're sitting in this corner, you want to watch your back, because just like I did last round, he can always flank around and come behind me. So I'm going to be focusing on my back here after I make sure he's not pushing through. I think at this point, this was one of the first times I've ever done this, so now at this point, I'm going to watch my back. I decided just to completely focus on my back. Check my right a little bit, but really I don't need to. The chances of him finding me here are pretty little, so just going to watch my back, and this guy's going to plant A. So, let's talk about this. A bomb is right here. When they plant A, there's a couple places they can go. If they plant it on this side, far, like if they stretch it, then most likely they're going to come up and get in the top window so they can watch it from the windows. If they plant it on this side or on the back, they can also come back here and chill out in this area. They could even, a lot of people like to wrap all the way around, come check it from mid. They just like to wrap, and then if they plant it on this, if they plant it on the middle here somewhere, or on the back side, more than likely they're in this area right here. So some people sit behind this thing, some people kind of come back here, some people sit in this corner. There's also a little corner right here, but it's not very good. But you want to check this area. Wow, I just kind of made a smiley face. You want to check this area of the map if they plant it on the back. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to see where they plant it. Now you're going to see, I'm going to come check the back. You want to always check your left here. They can always be back in this barn area, or they can be over here to the left. They can also be in this area. And then the most common spot after that is this corner right here. And as you're going to see, this kid was sitting in the corner, and he probably just checked bomb, didn't see me, so he decided to wrap around towards mid. So I see him. I have PPSH. I had a little bit shaky shot there, but I'm able to easily pick him up and get the defuse. So not too much to talk about there. Now I think I believe I don't know if I lose the next round. I think I just don't show the next round that I win. But I tie it up 4-4. Yeah, okay, it's tied 4-4. I don't know why I don't show it. But now, this time, it's going to be another defense. I'm going to do the exact same thing since he went A that time. This time, he nades B. So, since he nades B here, I know that he's in this area somewhere. But because of the first few rounds that I played, I know that this guy also sometimes likes to nade B and then wrap into mid. He likes to go windows. He likes to go top mid. So, I have to be pretty careful of that, but he could also be on the site. You never really know. So, I'm just going to come sit in this corner again. And, you're going to see, I'm just waiting for him to push through. Don't see him. Shoulder peek. Don't see him anywhere. I'm watching my right. Not seeing him. Now I'm going to pick up the flank. Actually, this is pretty important. I call in my streak here. So, it's 4-4. This round is huge for me to win. If I call in my glide bomb, it kind of makes him go inside, hide a little bit. The thing is, when they're using mountain, you can't see them. So as you can see, I see nothing. I don't even land it on the ground. But what this does is it makes him feel like he's safe to plant because I just called in the glide bomb, so I'm most likely not near a bomb site. So he feels like he's safe to plant. I believe I just heard him drop out of top mid. So I'm just going to wait for him to plant. I hear him pick up bomb here. I think. He picks up bomb net sometime around here. He has 25 seconds left. Okay, he picked up bomb. So now I'm slowly going to peek around, and he's planting on the backside. So I end up going up 5-4, and then I end up choking and losing the next two rounds. Very stupidly, I should have won both of them, but either way, I'm going map 3 against the same guy, and once again, it's on Sainte Marie Du Mont. So this time, I've had 11 rounds to get to know this guy's play style. So I know that he likes to play pretty aggressively, and he likes to get in the mid building. So I'm going to try and use that now to my advantage. So I'm going to rush towards mid, try and get control of mid windows before he does. I don't see him anywhere. Don't see him. Now, he just naded back A. He naded back here somewhere. So this gives away his position. He could either be here, mid-street, and throwing that nade all the way over this building and trying to distract me or whatever, or he could actually be back A and nading A. So I know right away he's either here or here. And since I'm right here in the courtyard and I don't see him, I'm checking right here, don't see him, I decide just to quickly flank. I know now, because he's not right here, as of like 5-6 seconds ago, he was right here. So the only place he could be now are coming back towards me, which is why I pre-aimed a little bit, or pushing a site. So I'm trying to get behind him as quickly as possible here. You see, I check my left real quick, don't see him, and he's on bomb. So very easy round there. Not much to talk about other than what I already said. So this time I'm going to stun B and push towards mid site, or mid building once again. Don't see him bottom mid. I'm going to come up into the top. This guy just naded B. So this is very important. When I come up into the top here, most of the time I take my good old time because this guy likes to go B site, get up top, and come and sit behind this little counter right here. Top, you're going to see it in a second. But because he just naded B bomb, that means he was waiting for me to quote-unquote plant. Pretty much he was just sitting back here, giving it like 10-15 seconds, and then nading it to make sure I wasn't rush planting. And because I'm not rush planting, and because I'm already in mid building, I know exactly where he is. He's right here somewhere. And so that means I have the go-ahead to get up top mid. And I don't have to check my left or anything. I know he's not going to be right here, which is what I was talking about earlier. He likes to sit behind that counter. I know he's not here because he's back mid. So now I'm going to be careful here because he could be pushing into sight. But because I don't see him in sight, I'm guessing this guy is now, since he was here, he didn't push this way, right? So now that means he either came back into mid and he's going up into the top mid building, or he's pushing around back towards A. More than likely, though, he's going mid, because just because you nade bomb and I'm not on it doesn't mean I'm not on B somewhere. So more than likely, if he wants good map positioning, which he probably does because this guy's pretty good, he's going to come up into mid. If he went A, he'd be completely giving up B site, which he most likely does not want to do. So more than likely, I think he's going to be going towards mid. So I'm just going to plant as fast as possible now. Now this is I have to be careful here because I know he could be top building, so that's why I'm checking it, and I'm pushing back because I planted on this side, right? So the most common places to go when you plant on this side are up in the top window and back here somewhere. If you're back here, you just come and check bomb eventually. Not very good spot because you kind of have to overexpose yourself to the entire bomb site. More than likely, though, the most common spot is top windows. But because I know that this guy's most likely in mid, I'm not going to go challenge that. Instead, I'm just going to wrap all the way around back into this spawn. And since the bomb is planted on this side, he's never going to expect me to be back here. So that was the plan. I come back. I was going to push middle and get up in the window, but I decided, nah, why do that when I could just stay on this side and he would never expect it. So since I did just wrap around here, didn't see him already coming, I have a very good idea now. We're about 15 seconds into the plant. No matter where he was, if he was on this side of the map, he would have already been here, which is where I just was, if he was coming this way. So I know for a fact, 100%, that this guy is either in the window or back A somewhere, or back B somewhere. He's not coming this way. So I know I'm very safe to stay on the site. All I have to do is make sure he's not ninja diffusing. So I'm just hiding here. I'm trying to make sure he's not on it. Obviously, I can't see it, so he could be crouching behind it and diffusing. But I have a pretty good idea he's not. So now I'm just going to sit right here, line up my sight so I have a very small crack. So as soon as I see him push over to it, I can dip and play time. As you can see, there's only 16 seconds left. It takes 7.5 seconds to defuse. So I know I have a good amount of time. Now there's 13 seconds left, so I'm just going to hide. This guy, by the time he hops on it, I'll have plenty of time to stay alive and go kill him off of it. So it takes 7.5 seconds to defuse. So I push it, 7.5. He's not on it. He's actually checking back A, which is like I mentioned earlier. Most common spots are back A and top windows. Since he came from top windows, he knows I'm probably back A. But obviously I was not back A because I outsmarted him here. It's very important. Alright, I don't know what just happened here. What round are we on? Is this the round we just played? No. Okay, we're right here. Now, this next round, I decide I want to push mid again. So this guy's been playing mid quite a bit. He likes to play in the windows area, top mid somewhere. So I'm going to pre-aim right here. You're going to see later in the video that pre-aiming right here is pretty important. But you guys can't hear it, but this guy just naded B bomb again. So he naded right here. So as I mentioned earlier, that means he's here somewhere, which means I have the go-ahead to push mid. I can run straight up here. Now here, I have to be careful, because by the time I get here, from when he threw that nade, he could be right here somewhere. So I have to be careful. I have to pre-aim around this corner. I jump around, don't see him. Now this means, because I don't see him here, unlike the last round, that means he more than likely pushed into B site. So that means he's over here somewhere, or he could be going top windows again, obviously. But because he's not, because he's not here, that means he's in B site somewhere, and I have the go-ahead to wrap back to A and plant A. Because even if he pushes through B site, which is very unlikely, he wouldn't make it here in time, I don't think. So I have time to go plant A real quick. So, oh, I see. I forgot I did this. Okay, so what I did here is actually, for some reason, I thought that instead of pushing into B, which is, I'm pretty sure what he did, I don't remember exactly where he came from, but instead of pushing into B, I thought that he naded, and then he was going to come back and either come this way towards mid street, or wrap all the way through his spawn and go back to A. So I was kind of worried that he was actually wrapping through his spawn, which is a legitimate concern, but I shouldn't have been as worried as I was. So now at this point, I'm watching just to make sure I don't see anything. We're about 30 seconds into the round, still don't see anything. So now at this point, he can either be on B site still, wrapping through my spawn. If he had pushed through B site, he could be anywhere here. Anywhere in this area. Or he could have gone up into mid. So I know he's most likely in one of these two spots, because he's not just going to sit on B site and leave his back open. So he's more than likely either in windows or on this little street. So if I plant A, I want to plant safe from the window, which means I have to plant on the back side. But that does mean I'm a little bit exposed if he comes from my spawn. So we're just going to plant and see what happens. I'm going to check window, make sure you're always watching that window. Now I'm going to sit down and plant the bomb. Now this time, I'm going to come towards A. And I'm going to sit back here. Because I think he could be coming through my spawn, I'm just going to sit right here and watch through this crack. So, as you can see right here, I can see if he pushes in, and if he comes to my right, he's going to see my gun, but I'm also going to see him. So I'm pretty much just sitting here waiting. I know I didn't show it, but there's a round last game where I planted A on the backside. It went towards the other side. I came over here, sat back here. So that's why I'm on this side this time, because I don't want to do the same thing twice. So I see he's not on bomb. I have 30 seconds left. I'm just going to come back here. This time I give myself a little bit more of an angle towards the right, because I didn't have a good enough angle before, and I think he would have seen me very easily. So I give myself a little bit more of an angle here so I can watch both left and right. Now I'm going to come check bomb again. Alright, 23 seconds, and I don't know if you guys just noticed that, but when I check bomb the second time, he's actually right here. He's right there. He just ran behind that barrel. He definitely sees me. I see him. But there's 22 seconds left. There's no reason to get into a gunfight here. I still have my... Do I have my... I don't think I have my stun. Yes, I do. I do have my stun. So I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to come towards mid. Now, I don't see him on bomb. And I should be really careful here because he could be coming around just like I am. He could have seen me and then wrapped around through mid, but I was just making sure, I was trying to make sure he wasn't defusing. So don't see anything on bomb, so now I'm going to continue wrapping all the way around. Since I can see the bomb from this side, I'm just going to come all the way around. And now there's only 7 seconds left, and he has to be defusing, and I push around to get the easy win. So that was a pretty good bomb hold by me on A site. That's how you want to do it. Now this time I think I'm going to go towards mid and push through into his spawn and watch A. So when you come into mid, make sure you always pre-aim through this door, pre-aim right here because they like to push it. I'm not going to see anything. You're also going to notice I look up towards the left. You want to look in that window just to make sure they're not watching the mid street. Don't see anything. I'm going to push through. I have a feeling he might be going B, so I come towards B. I check it. He's not rush planning it, which means he may be going A. So when you come in through windows on defense, you push through. As soon as you get here in singles, you have two options. If you don't see them in mid anywhere, they could either be rush planning B. Ooh, draw my arrow. Rush planning B. Ooh. Or they could have gone to A. Now, just because they go to B or A doesn't mean they're necessarily going to plant. He could push through and go all the way through my spawn. He could come up into the top mid, top windows. It doesn't really mean anything if he's not on site. It just means he's not planning right away. But because he's not B, he could be A. So what I have to do is I have to run over to A and check bomb real quick, just in case he's rush planning it once again. I'm going to come over here. I don't see him on bomb. Now I'm just going to take the 50-50 here. As soon as I don't see him on bomb, I'm just going to take a 50-50 that he's going to plant A. So I'm just going to stay right next to A site and hope that he comes to A. I like to do this sometimes, especially on USS Texas. It's just a strategy you can use. It gives you a better chance of killing them right off bomb instead of having to go find them. But that only works if he goes A. Now, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but right here, he's going to run by right here through mid into the courtyard. So I just saw him run by. He naded something. I'm going to check right here to make sure he doesn't run through the street. I have this little cross angle going on. Don't see anything. Still don't see anything. I'm going to come check A just to make sure he didn't make it without me seeing. And now, I don't know where he's going. I don't know if he's wrapping. I don't know if he came through windows and he's wrapping around. Or, that was really bad. He'd be wrapping around this way. I don't know if he's wrapping around like this and he's trying to clear out A, or if he went into windows and he's going to go top and then jump down and go B. I really don't know what he's doing, but I just decided to play out the 50-50. There's 20 seconds left. I don't see him on bomb at this point. I know because there's only 20 seconds left, he's going B. He would have made it to A by now if he was going to be there. So I'm going to push B. Now, you got to be careful when you're pushing B after they plant. Right after they plant. Oh, jeez, I just spoiled it. Right after they plant, you have to be careful because they could always be coming back towards their spawn and sitting in this building. So you have to be really careful that they're not doing that. So I pre-aim right here just to cut off that line of sight. If they're not coming that way, they're either in the windows or back B like we talked about before. So he's not coming this way. He's still not coming. I check bomb, don't see him on bomb, don't see him windows. At this point, I have a feeling that he planted on this side for the top window and that he's wrapping all the way around, upstairs, and then coming back to the window. And that run probably takes 15-ish, maybe 18 seconds or something of that sort. So I know I'm about 11 seconds into the plant. So if I defuse right now, because I'm behind the bomb, I'm going to get it. So I just decided to hop on the ninja defuse. And as soon as I get it, I think he actually shoots from right here, right next to me. Which means he was actually just sitting back here somewhere. But like I mentioned before in the video, if you plant B on this side and you sit back here, it's very hard to come check bomb. Because if you run in here, you're super exposed to this whole head glitch, you're exposed to the top, you're exposed to the back of the bomb, you're just very exposed to everything. So I don't like sitting back there after I plant. Alright, moving on to the next round. This is going to be a round that I lose actually. I'm up 4-1, map 3. I'm going to come towards mid, don't see him. Don't see him anywhere. I'm checking A just to make sure he doesn't rush through. Because if he went back A and he doesn't see me, more than likely he's going to push through it. We're about 25 seconds into the round here. Don't see him, don't see him. So I decide he's probably either behind me or top windows or B. He's not at A anymore. So I'm going to push around here. And now this is something that I thought about doing here. As soon as I got up here, I know that this guy likes to play top mid, top windows. He likes to sit behind that counter and just wait. He also wants to check A bomb. He wants to check B bomb. So he's kind of be rotating through here. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for him to come check A bomb. So I'm going to use this head glitch. And I start shooting, and he bounces right away. And so pretty much, I'm just going to sit here and act like I run away. And I sat there for about 6-7 seconds, didn't re-challenge him. But of course, he's just still sitting there watching it, expecting me to challenge. So that was a good play by him. But that could have gone either way for sure, especially if I didn't choke those shots at the beginning or if I had just played a little bit more patiently. So that's why I wanted to show that round, because that was definitely a good thought by me, by sitting there and waiting for him to come check the window. But by shooting and choking those shots, that was definitely a round that I choked and should have won. So I think you guys could definitely use that same strategy if you know that they're going top windows, etc., etc. Just don't choke like I did. So this time I'm going to rush plant B. I'm going to wait for his nades. Like I said, this guy likes to throw his nades towards B. He doesn't throw anything. I come into the site, don't see anything. So I'm just going to plant B. I actually decided to check the corner just to make sure he's not sound horn, because I know that's something I like to do. I'm watching my top mid because he could always come check it. If he does, I'd hop off bomb and jump behind it as fast as possible. Now, just like I did that first time, I'm going to check just to make sure he doesn't see me. But this time, he actually doesn't come from here. He comes from he comes from his spawn side. So he comes in here and he sees me. We see each other. He actually gets a couple shots into me. So because the bomb's on his side, I'm kind of in a crappy position. I just have to play my life. Now I'm gonna check to see if I see him again, because a lot of good players like to ninja defuse. So I planted right here. And obviously he was here. He knows I'm this way. If I don't see him still right here or behind the bomb, he's ninja defusing. I don't see him behind the bomb. I don't see him there. So I know he's on the bomb. So I just come and push it. Easy round win there for me. He probably expected me to go top windows, try and do a full loop or something. But I expected him to ninja defuse, and he did. So easy round there. Now I'm going to be up 5-3, and I'm actually going to play A this time. I have a feeling he might push A. I'm right. He pushes A. I throw a nade. Don't hit him. Don't see him. Now here, I see him again. He gets me a little weak. Challenge him twice. But I have a feeling he might actually go back to A site. So I wrap all the way back through A. This guy is not going to be A. So I don't see him here. So I'm just going to back up, because I have a feeling he might push me or something. He could push this way. I don't really know. So I'm just going to sit here, let him do his thing. I'm going to come check bomb again just to make sure he's not planning. And then he plants B. Now, like we mentioned several times, when you plant B here, several places you can go back here. But that didn't work for him last time, so I know he's probably not going to come this way. So more than likely, he's planning on the backside for this building here, or he's going top windows right away. But, I'm just going to push, see what happens here. I'm checking just to make sure he doesn't push through. I doubt he will, but I got to check just to be sure. And then he actually decided to push this way late. So as you can see, we're 13 seconds in the round. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know why he was pushing this way 13 seconds after he planted. I have no idea. I'm guessing he planted. He sat behind bomb and waited for me to come from one of these two ways or something. I really don't know. Either way, though, I pick up the kill somehow. And that is a 6-3 win against a player that just beat me 6-5 the map previous. So obviously I learned from my mistakes and adapted as best as possible to win the game. Now we're going to go against we're going to go to map 3 against the less experienced player. So I played this kid on London Docks. I smacked him. I think it was like 6-1 or something. Played him on USS Texas, which is my, yeah, I'd say that's my worst singles map. And I got beat 6-5. He clutched up last round. And so we were going map 3 Sainte Marie. Now, I was feeling pretty good on Sainte Marie. I've played it quite a bit in singles now, and this was actually the match right after the one I just showed you guys. So I felt pretty confident. I'm just going to skip straight to when this guy plants bomb, because I'm on defense, and I came probably through mid, rushed mid, checked A. He didn't go A. Let me delete some of this crap. He didn't go A, so I know he plants B. So at this point, I'm just going to push through once again, come back this way. I'm going to check just to make sure he's not pushing. Check bomb, shoulder peek it, don't see him anywhere. Now, once again, just like I talked about many times now, when you plant on this back side, like so many of these people are for some reason, it's very uncommon. Most people plant on this side. But when you plant on this back side, you either go this way and sit back here, or you wrap all the way around and get up into top mid. But that takes quite a bit of time. Now, I got here pretty late here. I actually got here 15 seconds late. So if I hop on this ninja defuse, I'm going to defuse it by 22 seconds, which means that's halfway through the plant. And so I'm pretty much just taking a prayer that this guy is taking his good old time to get back to me. And he actually came from the same way the last guy did. So he came back from this way, which is a very bad strategy. Never want to plant and go back to that side. It's too hard to watch bomb, like I've mentioned many times now. So, when it's planted on that side, I'm always going to go for that ninja defuse. 100%. This time, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I like to rush mid-street, especially on offense, just to get behind them. I like to get in their spawn on offense. And when you get to mid-street, what you want to do is you want to pre-aim right over these barrels, because if they're pushing you, they're going to walk right in front of those barrels, or right behind those barrels, and they're just going to walk straight into your sights. So, very easy kill there. I just rushed mid. He rushed right into my crosshairs just because I was pre-aiming it, and that's just something you pick up after you play a lot. This time, I know, just based off the last 2 maps I'd played against this kid, he likes to get very aggressive. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a change of pace here. I'm actually going to come up into the top wine building, and I'm just going to watch mid-street and courtyard. And also, eventually, I'm going to stand up so that if he pushes through B, I can also see if he runs straight through here to come check A. So that's pretty much the plan here. I'm just waiting for this guy to get overly aggressive. He really likes to run and gun. So I'm just sitting here. I don't see him. We're 20 seconds into the round now. Still don't see him anywhere. 30 seconds into the round now. Still haven't seen him. I was kind of getting worried. I was about to actually go to one of the bombs. Probably try and play A right here in this situation. But I'm just going to stand up for a little bit. Just give it another 10 or so seconds before I decide to go plant. And then I see him getting over aggressive here and pushing around through my street to come check A. So just like I predicted he might do. And I was able to line up and get that very easy kill just because he was very aggressive, and I used that to my advantage. So this time, this guy likes to push mid, so I'm just going to come here and watch mid. I'm actually going to lay down. When you lay down here, you can see the whole mid-street, and you can see if they come out this door. The only problem is if he rushes A. If he rushes A, he can get behind me if he comes in right through here, and he'll have a very easy kill. And the other scenarios, if he rushes B, he can also get behind me. Most people don't push through B, though, on offense, so that's more unlikely, but him pushing through A is definitely a possibility. So we're 20 seconds in the round. I still haven't seen this guy. I'm just going to come towards B, I guess. I'm going to nade B just to make sure he's not on it. I throw that nade. It blows up at 58 seconds, and I get a hit marker. So this guy knows that I know he knows that I know that he's there. So I'm going to wrap around, just make sure he's not pushing back. I'm just going to try and find him. So as you can see, he's right here. He's watching. He's right here watching this way because that's where the nade came from. I naded from right here, so he knows that I'm on this side of the map. But because I didn't cook it very long, I just threw it and then started running. I was actually able to get here within 10 seconds of that nade blowing up. So he has no idea, but I just got all the way behind him just because of my heads-up play right there. So this next round, I'm just going to rush plant A. Something I don't do very often at all on this map, but if you do want to rush plant a bomb in singles, I suggest going A, because there's a good reason for it. Most people go to defend B in singles, or even in team. B is the dominant bomb site. Everyone goes B on this map, and so when you go B on offense all the time, your defenders also going to want to defend B. So they're more than likely to go back B, go into top mid, or they're more likely to be on this sector of the map right here. So if you want to rush plant a bomb, it's actually a lot safer to go A on this map than it is to go B. So I just decided to rush plant A. Now when you come here, you want to check behind these sandbags, a very common spot in singles or even in team doubles, whatever, it doesn't matter. Very common spot is to sit right behind these sandbags. Some more experienced players also sit up on the sandbags to get a little bit of a different angle and to kind of watch the street as well. But these sandbags, make sure you want to check that. You also want to check this top window, and then you want to check these two head glitches. And as long as you don't see anything right there right away, we're 20 seconds in the round. I'm already halfway through the plant. Because I don't see anything here, more than likely, like I said, he's in this area of the map. So I should be pretty safe to get into his spawn. He could always be flanking me. He could come through mid. I don't really know where he's coming from. But more than likely, I'm going to be able to run into his spawn very quickly. So I'm just going to, one thing I like to do is I come behind this box just in case he did see me running. I check my back just to make sure he didn't see where I'm going. Then I come over here. He just naded, so he naded the site. Actually, he naded back here, I think, somewhere. I don't really know where he naded, but that means he's probably right here. Most people throw that nade over this building, and so more than likely he's back B, and he's going to end up coming this way to bomb. He could also wrap this way, but pretty uncommon because then you're exposing yourself to this. I'm not really going to touch on that too much, but anyway, I know I'm pretty safe back here, so I'm just going to kind of wait it out. I have a feeling this guy's actually not going to ninja defuse, but I do need to check bomb. We're 20-ish seconds into the plant, so I need to check it, and he actually is ninja defusing. I didn't expect him to be on the bomb, but I had to check it, so now we're up 5-1. I'm just going to come up here and see if this guy gets aggressive again. Like I mentioned before, he likes to get aggressive in mid. So I see him there. I'm going to nade just in case he's still there. And then I'm going to get out of here as quickly as possible. Now I'm going to go towards, I guess I'm going to go towards B site. Oh no, I had a feeling he might, okay. I had a feeling this guy might actually want to challenge me. So I had a feeling he might want to challenge me top Grammels if he thought I was still there. So I decided to come right here and just kind of watch that window to see if he challenged me. But he actually plants B. Now this is pretty okay for me because I know that he's not on this side now. He's not pushing this way. And he could be going here or here. It really kind of depends where the bomb's planted. If it's on the back side because he's not pushing this way, I know for a fact he's top windows. If it's on the back or this side towards his spawn, I have a very good idea that he's sitting in this building. So I'm just going to come in here, kind of see where it's planted for. I don't see him top windows, and now I see it's planted on the back side. So chances are that, it's about 90% that he's either here or he could even be back here. Unlikely for a less experienced player, but somewhere in this area here. So we're just going to hop on the, or I'm not going to hop on Defuse. I know he's probably in this building, so I'm going to come challenge him. I just want to kind of challenge him. I see him there. I get some shots in him. I have to challenge him. There's only 24 seconds. I have to get this kill. So I push through. I get hit markers again. See him again. I get hit markers on him 4 different times with the machine pistol, but luckily he plays it like an idiot and he runs back towards me instead of running away from the bomb. When you have the bomb down, if they're chasing you, keep backing up, keep backing up, keep backing up, because if they chase you, that's less time that they have to run back to the bomb and defuse it. So instead, he for some reason comes back towards me and gives me the opportunity to not only kill him, but now I have enough time to come defuse the bomb. So that's the plan there. I'm just going to hop on the Defuse, and that is the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Hopefully this helped a lot. If it did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It means a ton, and I will see you next time. Peace.